A Philadelphia barbershop. Voters discuss Trump's first 100 days in office. That's kind of wonky titles. We're probably going to go ahead and change that one there, guys. In the meantime, let's go and jump into this immediately. This is a suggestion via a channel member. Let's check it out.
Our Drive in the Vote series. Time for that, which we're going to bring to you all week. Our Brian Entin, once again, hitting the road for us live tonight with us here on the Hill. Brian, where are you tonight? Where are you headed?
Let's go.
We are on the road, Blake. We are driving right now through Indiana. We're on our way to Illinois. We've got this News Nation RV, so we've upped our game since last time. We got Henry behind the wheel here. Beautiful cornfields in the background. We got a little kitchen. We got a little bed.
Okay, this is definitely like the Ford Echo.
But we started in Philly. We went to the same barber shop we went to before the election for our series. This is what we found out.
Before I get pressed, I'm murked. Better.
Now, why is there music playing? We don't need music.
I like Donald Trump. I like Donald Trump.
You want to hair down too?
Nah, you just take that down a little bit more. I think he's warming up. He's warming up. You gotta give him a little time.
What do you make of the first 100 days?
First 100 days, what do I make of it? Some of the actions that he chose, I really don't understand. Taking the boys out of the girls' sports is kind of okay, because I feel like there's a reason for women's sports and there's a reason for boys' sports to make it equal.
I like he's protecting the border. I like how his policies are directed towards America first. The tariffs are very terrifying, but I see the necessity.
Yeah, guys, this definitely seems to be the overall sentiment that I also experience within my my personal life, specifically dealing with like Black American men. That seems to be the overall the gist of things. Most of the men are completely fine with what's going on. There are some obviously who have varying, let's say, opinions specifically on him. They just don't like him specifically, so they don't care the benefits of his existence, let's say, in the United States of America, inside of the White House. They don't care, right? But the overall, if I was to average it all out, it seems to be similar. Now, when it comes to Black American women, they all hate him. That's it. I've not met specifically like a middle ground Black American woman that had any actual interest, let's say, in what's going on. Everything is emotion driven in this context here. Not specifically Black American women exclusively, and that's not an exclusive, right? But it definitely seems to be not a single Black American woman that's backing the concept of what's happening right now. That I've encountered personally, but either way.
It could backfire. It could be very, very bad. But risk is called risk. He's a businessman. All business is risk.
So the price to replace clippers has gone up easily about 35%, and the product hasn't increased volume.
Bro, turn that music off.
I can't. No, I wouldn't. Now, what I just do, I hope to get more customers.
What do you make of the immigration stuff going on, the deportations and that kind of thing?
That's touchy. I know a lot of people who are native to this country. They come here, work visas and different things like that. So, but I mean, if you're here illegally, I guess that's breaking the law, right?
Yep.
Why?
And I think that's kind of how it needs to be explained to people, let's say, because people are just under the impression that if you are, that we need to basically be a nation of laws exclusively for Americans, but when people come from outside of the United States of America, they enter into the United States of America in a very illicit manner for the sole purpose of economic migrancy or some type of remittance back to their own specific country, so they make money here, and then those dollars immediately get sent somewhere else. That could be, if you explain some of these things, and it's more likely that people will have the ability to understand that it's not specifically kicking everyone out that is not American. That's ridiculous, right? We are a nation of laws. The laws should absolutely affect every single person on Earth. Not on Earth, but specifically in the United States of America, right? The concept of trespassing is a reality for many Americans. If you trespass, you go to jail after a warning, right? But when you're specifically making a niche subgroup, a special interest group immediately, what happens here? You're then saying that they have more, right to break the law by trespassing, let's say, than you do. So I can only imagine, right? So if you explain, you'll actually get a real answer. So I like the fact that he actually sat and thought about it seriously.
Work visas and different things like that, so, but I mean, if you're here illegally, I guess that's breaking the law, right?
Why do you think so many people assume African Americans don't like Trump?
I don't think that's a assumption that's made by the African Americans. That's made by the media. We all are hot and cold on different issues. I didn't say I love him. I said that, on certain issues, I'm in accord with him. I never loved every president. Who I mean? I didn't love Barack Obama.
That's valid, actually.
Some things I like, some things I don't like.
Yeah, guys, I don't like me personally when it comes down to it. Like if you guys have followed the channel, it has never come out of my mouth that I am someone who likes Trump. Okay. Just like as a person, like I don't like him as a person. Just understand that. That's never been something that I've espoused under any circumstance. I just do not, like my household specifically, does not benefit from the Democrat Party in any meaningful manner. So I'm not going to loan my vote for any causes that have nothing to do with the success or growth of my household. That better aligns with the Republican Party. So in this context, it's purely just the party you vote for. The person, whatever, right? But just the party, because I can't sit here and vote against my interests, guys. And I do not loan my vote to other causes. The reality, for me at least. And I have no problem dealing with people.
So interesting, Blake, to go back to that same barbershop right there in inner city Philly. A lot of support for President Trump there. But you notice the one barber mentioned, he's concerned about tariffs. His clippers have gone up 35%. That was really top of mind for him. Blake?
It looks beautiful behind you where you're driving through there, by the way, in the state of Indiana. We'll catch you on the road tomorrow.
Yeah, so nice. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
I think that's it. They're just like chatting. But again, guys, just kind of reiterate the point here. I have definitely experienced. How about this here? Let me rephrase this because I think this is more important to kind of point out here. When people say that Black Americans are all like anti, specifically the right wing, they're only asking women generally, right? Or like the men. So I gotta be nice here, right? Or the men that were coming from like fatherless households. Let's say that. Because you tend to kind of, act very similar to the mother, right? And so if that's the case, then what happens? You're gonna go down the same path as the mother is politically exclusively, right? So I've noticed that specifically from my friend group at least, the guys who were raised in like two-parent households, they were more likely specifically to think excessively critically, politically, let's say. Versus the others who don't in the same context. They're very emotional. Like they're exclusively driven by how people say things rather than the actions that are behind them. Let's say if that makes any sense here. Like you can tell me specifically whatever because I wasn't raised to specifically move off of people's words and speech and things like that. I care about what the truth of the matter is, guys. Right? More so than how it sounds coming out of your mouth. Like if it's true, I can't even argue the fact that it's true. Like the amount of times you guys have called me fat on the internet is wild, right? Listen. Yes, I'm fat on the internet, guys. Okay, I'm working on it though. Where I've lost a total of 60 pounds now. Okay, since we've been on YouTube. Either way, right? The moral of the story is that I care about the truth of the matter, and I think that better aligns with the right wing more so than the left wing in this context. And again, Kamala Harris was looking to raise my specific tax bracket. I paid too much in taxes already. Pass. Just like I'm telling you, Pat, like that ended it for me. And plus, my wife has no interest also in, like deleting her baby or anything like that, guys. So it's not really a thing that is appealing to the household. Not really, not at all. And none of the other issues, again, are extremely appealing to the household, right? So they have to make sense for basically my family to back it, and we're not going to just back, things that have nothing to do with us. We're not voting against our interests under any circumstance. That's not the reality of the situation here. Like the concept of like egalitarianism that the left wing basically promotes, again, doesn't make any sense to me. I think that has the ability to stifle growth, right? Period. Like if you do not live within like a meritocracy based society, then who is going to innovate? I can't imagine what would be the purpose of innovating. And like money is the motivating factor for many people that are innovating things. They want to innovate so they can sell that product and become rich. And if you take the ability, let's say, away for everyone to, again, I'm trying to have to watch my words here. But if you take the ability away for a person to get super stupid rich and not be punished for it, I'm not sure people are going to innovate in the same manner that they are right now, right? Every single society basically has to have the ups and downs, guys. I mean, it's again, it's a capitalist ideology, let's say, but if there are billionaires, there are going to be poor people, right? I think that's just a reality of like a meritocracy-based society versus egalitarianism, where like, bro, I have $1,000. I'm gonna go ahead and share it with 3 people, but those 3 people didn't work. They didn't work at all. I did. I'm not going to work anymore. Okay, why would I work? Why would I work so the 3 people over there that don't have to work? Why would I do that? I'm not going to work. So now all 4 of us are not working, right? Thanks. Thanks, egalitarianism nightmare. Thanks. Right? No, you have to reward people that are absolutely down for the cause of succeeding. Right? Now, does that create inequalities of its own? Absolutely, it does. Right? Am I standing behind those inequalities? No, I'm not really a fan of them like that. But you have to understand how, like, if you don't give someone the ability to win, they're not going to win. They're not going to win at all. Why would they win? I'm not working. I made $1,000 and I got to give 3. I got to split it with 3 people that didn't work the same hard I did. No, I'm not doing that. It's wild. I do like the idea of like maybe a 80-20 thing, because we still need to definitely help the people who can't under any circumstance function. I'm not referring to the ones who are like of working age and choosing not to work. I'm referring to the ones who are like disabled or like, elderly, and they didn't have the ability to save and things like that. Again, I'm very fiscally conservative, but like on social issues, I'm a lot more lenient. I've traveled the world. I kind of know how to deal with other groups of people and that have different things. They're just massively different. Let's say I can deal with people like that. It's not a problem with me. But I do think that we need like a 80-20. 80% meritocracy, 20% egalitarianism. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that overall mixture. 20%, we can still help out some people if they need it. But the 80%, yeah, and don't encroach on that 80. Basically, that's where I'm at mentally. That's my take. But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'll catch you guys later.